everyone. Okay, here's my question. Do we all want the music playing in the background while I read? Or do we want it off? No matter what, I will be having the music off myself because I have a headache. Let me also state this. If Crow comes in here and tries to guilt trip me, I'm saying Bupkis because he had until I started my stream to go, hey, play Rivals. He had until now because we've been chatting for a while. So he cannot state that he didn't have a chance to ask. Got it? Good. Congrats on first, by the way, voice. Hope your day's going well. Oh, my picture of the baby Krogan was lovely. I found it when I was scrolling through Pinterest. I slept on my neck wrong. I know that. I don't know why. And I don't know how. But it hurts so bad. Alright, I'm gonna turn the music off because no one said a damn word about it. So we have to do window capture for that. Transaction. Hello. Oh. I'm sleepy. Four. We're on four now, right? In one moment. Yes, four. I can still remember which one we're on. Yeah. See? I'm good. I'm that good. So we do have these, just let everyone know. But so voice, there's a thing that's gonna happen in this one. I'm gonna need your opinion of what to do. Okay? Mm-hmm. 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 Hi, Crow. How are you? Why? Why? You know what? Could you just, like, give your points back? Why not? I should have removed them. I gotta walk around. You don't know how to do that on phone. Awesome. If I return them, will that be okay? Because I have to walk around tomorrow. I don't want to. I'm already tired. And I have a headache. I get to deal with 5 kids tomorrow. 5. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm not gonna be by myself though, but with that extra thing, there's an additional like 5 plus kids with that other adult. So that's like 10 kids in total that I gotta keep watch over with another adult. So yeah, it's awesome. I regret life choices. I was like, it's fine. I can do it. It won't be that bad. The last one I did wasn't that bad. I'm getting stuck with 5 kids instead of 4. Saying 5, but I'm getting stuck with 10 kids. 10 kids! 2 adults versus 10 kids. Someone tell me. Where does that outnumbered? Coffee will be my friend. It's just like that 100 versus 1 gorilla. But yeah. So I will not be home at all tomorrow from roughly 8 a.m. to possibly 9 p.m. because I'll be chaperoning something for Kenzie due to her music stuff. Yep, yep. Yep, no beanie tomorrow. And even it thanks, voice. And even if I do get home, I don't know if I'll be uh a-okay to stream because I will be dead tired because of what I'm doing tomorrow. It's a lot of walking, which is an issue, but the place we're walking around is fucking huge. And we're gonna be there for like what? Almost 10 hours, if my counting is correct. Ugh. My counting is not correct, by the way. I'll be out for like 10 hours. I'll be walking around for that long too, with only small sitting breaks in between. Coffee will be my friend, but I don't think they have coffee where I'm going. I don't think I can leash these kids. Let me tell you that. I don't think I can leash them. Especially since one of them is gonna have their parent with them. Bro. I did not. I showed the baby picture where my mom put me in it, okay? She only did that because I was a freaking maniac and kept running away. That doesn't help my case. That does it. I don't think it does. Well, not much I can do on that. Oof. You know, I just realized something. How am I gonna show my blue hair when I do dye it? I don't know how to do that. I was just staring at the head and then I looked down at the hair and I was like, huh, that's gonna be an issue. Alrighty. Well, anyway, on to the tucking. You just need a magic flowy hat for them all. Yeah, no. A lot of work. I know that, but I'm only dyeing part of it. I don't know how to change it so it's only half the hair. If you can figure out how to do it, girl, look, tell me, okay? And I'll be able to do it. Or maybe I just dye my whole head blue and turn all the hair blue. Could do that. That'd be the easy solution. Just dye the whole head blue. Does that sound good to anyone else? Just me dyeing my whole head blue? You can't get the stencil. Do you need help with that? I thought I gave a good little demonstration in my little video, did I not? Or my screenshots? I did make a little video, but I couldn't send it. It was too big of a thing to send. No, no, I can't find the one I want. Do you know what it's called? You know what it's called? Nope. Do you at least know what it's for? Shirt wise, skirt, dress wise. Thank you, boys. Because that will narrow it down to where you go. You know? But I didn't like those. I don't know what to tell you then. Oh. I have an idea for an outfit, but I can't do it because it is the I tried to do it in clip art and it just didn't come out correctly because the layer didn't want to show up. It was saddening. And I haven't figured out the layer system. Learn the layer system first and then focus on everything else. Oops. Alrighty. Sunlight shone through the windows as you sat in your living room, your home phone pressed to your ear. Cove was on the other end. It's been shaping up to be an ordinary day, like any other, until Cove had called unexpectedly. He sounded unusually nervous greeting you. Can I also just state this, Crow? I still haven't learned out the layer system. Trust me on that. I have yet to still learn. And I say that as I tried to do layer stuff and failed. Here. Yeah, but I'm magic. You're magic? I didn't know you were magic, Crow. Here. Whoops. Must be immortal. I'd say it should, but quite honestly, I don't even know how to explain what it is. He listened silently as he kept talking, his words stilted. So I was just wondering, do you want to come over to my house for dinner tonight? The question came out strangely, almost like he rehearsed it a few times beforehand. Your eyes widened a little. You hadn't expected this to be the reason behind the call. Yeah, I'll go. I can't. You kept listening. You know, I always say yeah, I'll go. You kept listening. Cub continued. His next words sounded rehearsed too, and tinged with nervousness. My mom and dad, they really want you to be there. If your parents don't have a problem with it, they asked me to ask you. He took a moment to think. Dinner at home will be quiet and uneventful today. If you really want to, go to Cove's instead. Cove spoke up again, breaking your thought train. His voice was softer than before. Also, I want you to be there too. Can you come over, I mean? Yeah, I can come. I'll have to ask my mom to get back to you. No, I can't make it. Why am I the only one beg? Or did you mean the whole family? Yeah, I can come. Yes. Go to Cove. If you pick anything else, I'll never forgive you. Cove's a national treasure. Hey, Kenzie, come here. What do you think of him?
He's ugly AF.
Damn.
Point.
Crow said he's a national treasure.
I think Crow is wrong. Yes, you are.
He will work.
Where's my favorite one? Did he ditch?
Who, voice?
Uh-huh.
He's currently playing Games of Freaks, I do believe.
Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah.
international. I am for beating up a teenager.
Yes, you are.
Here, give me one moment.
I have. I am better than what you say I am, Crow.
Here he is as a kid. She's not looking impressed. Here he is, you know.
I think it got worse.
So technically this is him now, by the way.
I like him as a child more than an adult.
Step 3.
Okay, that's just yeah, it's getting worse.
Step 4.
It's getting worse. He gets worse. Also, I'm taking this and I'm gonna go with him.
What on? There is a person I want you to actually.
That's my batter pack, is it not?
That's mine. I kept mine in my bag. You took yours. I don't know where. But I went looking for it in the bag because that's the last place I saw it and it wasn't there. Where? Is it in your freaking bag that your friend has?
It's at 3. It has 3 dots on it though, so it's mostly charged.
Okay.
That's better. Okay, it's better than the other one. It's a lot better than the other one. Okay, it got worse.
No, I think that this is the first time I've actually seen this version of him. I just got a spoiler.
Okay, that's terrifying. That's horrifying. I like the other one.
Would you rather him or Cove?
That one.
Okay. There's one more person. I spelled it wrong. But oh well. Avocado croissant is here. You said nothing. She just walked away.
Nope.
I showed her Derek and she just walked away. She just...
When you showed me was the best one.
So, she picked our mystery dude from the dance. Noah was watching me play Down Forever. We did learn his name is Baxter in that one. I couldn't keep that away. So yeah. She said no to Kova and Derek and she said yes to Baxter. Baxter's rich, by the way. Yeah.
Didn't mean to do that.
Things we know, let them know when I can. Hey, son. He sounded noticeably relieved by your response. Was you coming over for dinner today? That's serious? He's... So, hold on. How do I know how much this is charged? I just realized something. Give me one moment. Whoops. There's something that I shouldn't have. My phone is now charging. Awesome. Alright. Noticeably relieved by your response. Was he coming over for dinner today? That's serious. He spoke to you for a little while longer to explain what time to come over and other details, then hung up. Yes. And that was that. For now, anyway. Congrats on second, bro. Soon enough, the sun dipped out of the sky and evening came. It was time for you to head to Cove's house. After letting Elizabeth know you were leaving, she didn't look away. The TV just grunted. You made the small journey across the street. He knocked a couple of times on the heavy door to their condo. As you waited for an answer, you found yourself contemplating being a guest while both the Coast parents were there. It's exciting. You were apprehensive. The idea made you curious. You didn't think it would be especially interesting. You couldn't say you were thrilled. It was exciting. You had thought today was going to be boring, but it turned out to be much more interesting. You didn't get too much time with your thoughts, though. The door opened, and soon enough, Co's mom, Kira, stood in the frame, smiling warmly at you.
Come on.
Hi, Avini. Welcome. Please come on in. She opened the door wider and moved to make room. You stepped inside, allowing her to shut it behind you. If given the opportunity, would you Kool-Aid man a wall? Do I want to know? No. Okay, hold on. Will I be injured if I do that? It's drywall, so no. Then I guess I don't see why not. Why not? I don't see a reason not to. Be fun. Thanks so much for coming over. I know it was kind of last second. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Of course, just make yourself at home. It's not my home, but I've been given permission to say that. Hey, Beanie, welcome to our humble abode. You jerked your head towards the sound of Mr. Holden's voice. He waved at you briefly from the kitchen with his back turned and a large spoon in hand. Hope you're hungry because I'm whipping up a lot of tasty stuff. True to his word, he heard something sizzling on the stove. You closed your eyes and inhaled. It smelled spicy and savory. With Mr. Holden busy, Cove nowhere to be seen. It was just you and Kira. She gave you a wry smile. He sure is. Well, I've been bored from kicking the entire time I'm staying here. Can you believe that? She nudged you with an elbow. Mr. Holden scoffed good-naturedly and spoke from over his shoulder. You're on vacation, Kira. You need to accept that already. She held back, amused, obvious on her face and in her tone. People still cook when they're on vacation. Everyone's got to eat. It's not like I'm some celebrity who can go out for every meal or hire a private chef.
Sorry.
Wellness cells are VIP. She smiled and she shook her head quietly. Then she turned to face you. Well, sorry about that, Beanie. Here I was trying to strike up a conversation with you, and Cliff just had to butt in. I don't butt in. She eyed him, chuckling in disbelief. He wasn't exactly disproving her point with that. Leaned over to whisper to you. It's okay, he likes to be included, but since Clifford insists on cooking all by himself, he'll have to wait. The two of us can chat. The next question's continuing to be said in a hushed tone, just to be safe. So, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, I'm good. Things are okay. I'm not really sure you didn't reply to her question. What video did you send? I'm watching it. Oh, God. That was freaking hilarious.
Boop.
Thank you for the boop. I'm doing good. That's what I like to hear. She went around to say something more, but some light pounding footsteps caught your attention. You checked to see Cove emerge from the hall a few moments later. Might have heard out the commotion, left his room to see what was going on. He quickly took stock of the situation. His cheeks tinted pink at the sight of you standing in his living room, and his hand came out to rub his arm almost bashfully. Beanie, you made it. Thanks for coming. Cove's voice was unnaturally loud, as if he thought you wouldn't be able to hear him from where you were, only a few feet away. Hi, Cove. You doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You didn't sound convincing at all. You narrowed your eyes suspiciously, but didn't call him out on it. If you could talk to him alone tonight, maybe you'd ask him what was going on then. It was when you glanced away from Cove that you spotted his parents watching the two of you and tracked. Cove noticed their stares too, meeting them narrowed eyes.
So...
Are we having dinner now? Not yet, but I'm still cooking. Alright, I'm going to go back to my room. As he turned to leave, he bent his head to the side to face you. You coming? The question was quiet, but you heard it clearly. You smiled pleased that he asked, and you nodded in the affirmative. Cove turned friendly and made his way down the hall. Have fun, you two. We'll call you when food is ready to go. With that, you followed Dr. Cove. The two of you made your way down the hall. My kitty ran away from me. Tango told me no pets, and now I'm sad. I'm sorry. What are you going to do? It's the first time you're invited to see Cove's room. You visit Cove's room before, but only rarely. Going over to Cove's room was a standard occurrence for you nowadays. Cove got to the door first. Opening it, stepping inside. You joined him. There's a mat on the floor in front of the door. As he stepped over the threshold into his room, you felt the crunch of sand beneath your feet. The sensation was nothing new to you, of course. Cove constantly came back to his room covered in sand, not bothering to clean himself off at the front door, and got it all over his personal space. That's just how he was, a little bit of a mess. He hadn't heard Mr. Holden ever scold him for it, not like your moms would have if you'd done it. You can sit wherever you want. Cove himself took a seat on the edge of his large bed, looking like the picture of comfort, and left you to decide. He didn't sit anywhere. He sat down on the chair, sat next to Cove on his bed. Like 2 or 3, because I'm not gonna sit. We'll go to bed. Why not? Stacey sat next to Cove. grew tense. His back went stiff and he ducked his head away. He tried to hide a trembling smile.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He said it under his breath as if he didn't want to hear you. Didn't want you to hear it. He obviously did it easily, since you were right beside him. You were nervous about that. You smiled comfortably at him. You chuckled over it. You felt charmed by his reaction. You smiled comfortably at him. He raised his eyebrow. You both kept noticing the other's every move. You only shrugged back. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. You're like an open book. You know that? You're such a sweet guy, Cove. You're adorable. You're like an open book. You know that? I'm not. You are too. Cove scowled before shifting nervously on the bed. He pointedly glanced away from you. The tips of his ears red. With his silence growing, your gaze began to drift. You stared at the bright fish swimming in the tank. There were a bunch of them floating to and fro in the open space. You stood up starkly against the green aquaria plants. How long have you had those fish?
I guess.
My dad bought them for me not very long after I moved here. I guess it's been years now. Wow, that's a long time. Peered carefully into the tank. The fish looked to be doing well. You must take good care of them. Most of them were small, but there was one especially big one. What are their names? I don't name them. Well, not really. He lifted an eyebrow at that. He continued the explanation sheepishly.
I mean,
Mostly he called them things based on what they look like. Squirt for a small one, tangerine for a really orange one, that sort of thing. I've had a lot of fish, I'm not that good at coming up with names. You found that funny, you found that surprising, you found that relatable. You didn't have any pets, but you always had trouble naming your stuffed animals or whatever else. It was such a hard choice. Oh, a couple of them have other types of names. Pointing to a small orangish redfish. It was minding its own business away from the others. My dad named her Dreamcatcher, and that other one Spark. Mom came up with that one. Cove smiled to himself, his eyes reflecting the glow from the tank. You let other people name your fish?
it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Then you tilting his head to the side. There was a considering look on his face. Do you want to name one? Yeah, I do. Can I? No thanks. Can I? His smile grew a little at your interest. Sure. There's a few who don't have names right now, the newer ones. You can pick which you want to name. Point each of the recent acquisitions out to you. First was the smallest fish in the tank. It was completely orange and zipped all over the place, running laps around the others. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. Kenzie called me. The first was small fish in the tank. It came completely orange and zipped all over the place, running laps around the others. The second was slightly bigger and red. Its tail was dotted with black spots, which almost resembled freckles. The last fish was the biggest one. Its multicolored scales ripple under the bright light of the tank as it slowly made its way across the vast expanse. You went with? Which one should we go with? Small fish, medium, or big? Which one should we name? We got 3 fishies. Which one? Medium. Clove nodded at your answer, waiting for you to decide on a suitable name. Watch the fish you chose closely. As you did, a name eventually came to you. Frank Sunbeam Gill Beanie Cove. What name should we go with? What should we name the fish? The medium fish, exactly. Hold on. Let me hit save. Go here. So, since we're doing the medium fish, the second, which is the medium, was slightly bigger and red. Its tail was dotted with black spots, which almost resembled freckles. So it's red, and its tail was dotted with black spots, which kind of make it look like freckles. Process fishy, voices beanie. I don't want to name the fish after me voice. I'll go with fishy. Beatrice. Sally. Oh, I think you're just going for stuff now, bro. Karma. We're going fishy. Alright, it's fishy. At that, his attention moved from you to the tank. He stared fondly at it and its inhabitants. See, Nemo I could think of for the small fish. Smelled proudly at fish as it swam through the tendrils of the plants, disappearing then reappearing soon after. Now said that Cove was sitting closer to you than he was before. He must have scooted over at some point during the conversation. This close, your shoulders were almost brushing against each other. Your heartbeat picked up a little at their realization. Irisa. Bunny? Yes, Crow Bunny. Also, hold on. There we go. Now the ears can be completely seen. So just disappearing. Yeah, I'm not allowed to have pets in my house, not even fish. Connor's Cove's lips turned down at that. That doesn't sound fair. It's not like fish would make a mess of your house or anything. You just gotta take care of the tank and feed them and they'll be okay. Right? My mom's can be so strict with the weirdest things sometimes. I don't mind her so much. I get it. They don't want to worry about more lives than they're already raising. That's what they say about it. Never thought about it like that before. Your kind conversation brought to mind a memory from years ago. You lumped into it without any warning. earning a brief, confused look from Cove. One time, Elizabeth, came back from playing at the beach and just shut herself in her room. She only came down for food and then she ran back upstairs straight after. It was kind of weird. My mom didn't think too much of it at first, though. But then that night, Mom went to her room to say goodnight and started screaming. Mom and I ran over to see what happened. Lizzie had this huge lizard in her arms. Cove's eyebrows rose at that. And he leaned forward and
Really?
just a lizard? Where'd that come from? Elizabeth said she saw it half buried in the sand and didn't know what it was. Then she pulled it out and got the answer, so she brought it home. She hid the lizard in her room for most of the day because she wanted to keep it. Mom and Mom were not happy. They worried about putting it out during the night, but she was going to have to let it go in the morning. Lizzie was really upset. She did bring it back to the beach eventually, but she wouldn't talk to anyone for days. When she did get over it, it was almost like nothing. It was like it never happened. We laughed thinking back to that time. Elizabeth had always been stubborn, but when she was younger, she forgot grudges quickly. Now it wasn't so easy. Whoops. Phil had been quiet for most of the story. Apart from the reveal of the lizard, he had a thoughtful look on his face. I can't even imagine what it'd be like to have a sibling. He gave serious thought to his statement before he told him, "It's fun. They're ups and downs. You like being an only child. It's a nice idea in general, but my sister is Elizabeth." Whoops. I don't know how to explain what it's like. It's a nice idea in general, but my sister is Elizabeth. Maybe I had someone else. Alice is my sibling. I like having one more. Cove. One day, Cove came back from the beach with a broken arm. See, not true. Well, actually, we don't actually know what happened for him to get it. Just that he was on a jet ski. We don't know if it was at a beach or anything. Cove. His lips at the words, considering them quietly for a moment.
Cool.
That's interesting. I think your family is cool. He didn't have much else to say, though, well, on the topic of your family, consider your relationship with your moms, too. They were absolutely the best. You got along with your moms. You thought your moms were okay. You found your moms to be difficult to deal with. You're absolutely the best. You couldn't even consider having another option. You couldn't have better parents. Well, say what you want about them, but at least your moms never tried to pay someone to be your friend. The thought prompted you to look over at Cove. You probably still didn't know what happened. You doubt that Mr. Horton mentioned it, and you never had. You wonder if you should tell him. It was a long time ago, but you're keeping a secret from Cove. You didn't tell him. It was a bad time. You didn't tell him. You weren't sure how he'd react. You didn't tell him. Secrets were meant to be kept. You didn't tell him. You just didn't want to have that talk with him. You decided to tell him. Voice, this is your decision. You're the one who made me do it. You and Reese, I do believe. Tell him now. What are you, mean? No, JK. Tell him. Crow, I don't think you're here for this. So let's tell Crow. So Crow, when we first met Cove, we met his father first, and his father offered us $20 to be his friend. Voice and Risa said, take the money. And so I did. Now, do we tell him about it? Because we never told him when we were little that his dad gave us money to be friends with him. Do we give him the money? Do we not give him the money? Do we tell him? Risa, you're in VC with me. I would tell him because that is a funny story. Now, here's the thing you need to know. His dad technically pulled a thing on him to bring his mom here without him knowing. So he is very iffy right now. Tell him. But how this game is, he probably won't take a while. You're indeed correct. You took a deep breath, sighing breath to prepare yourself for the conversation. Now you just had to figure out how to tell him. I mean, Cove, I have something important to tell you. Hey, you want to know something crazy? Please don't get mad about this, but number 1. Number 2. Boys, are you going to choose number 3? Yep. This is true. Risa was first. Kosek cocked to the side at your serious tone. He turned to give you his full attention. I noticed. Good
What?
God, what is it? You stared into his bright ocean eyes. You chickened out, never mind. You told him the truth. Risa has corrupted you against me. We are friends though, Crow. It's just that Risa said number 1 first. Hi, Peaches. Should a moment over alien babies. Oh my god. That what about the alien babies? Cause I sent cause last night as I was finishing up Andromeda, we I learned something new, you know? Cause I never actually play Andromeda after, you know, I finish it. And we got to see some Krogan babies. So yeah, we got to see some Krogan babies. It was awesome. I didn't know that you could see that. It was the first time I saw that. It was awesome. Yes, but I never actually. Yeah. But here's the thing. I never gone and played it again after I finished it. Normally as soon as I'm done, I instantly, you know, get off the game. I don't go back in and, you know, continue on, but I did it because I didn't do the movie thing. I wanted to show the movie thing. And Jack sent an email saying, "Hey, can you meet me on the Nexus?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? We got to go there anyway to get the you know, alcohol for Lexi. So why not go and, you know, so I went and, you know, I went to meet them, and they were in a little incubator thing, and it was so adorable. This time back when you moved here, it was the first time I met your dad. I was gonna go horrible, Risa. There's not really any other way to say it, so he offered me $20 to be friends with you. Cove sat still and uncharacteristically, there is an unreadable expression on his face. His eyes seemed to look through you. You didn't know what to do next. And without saying a word, Cove stood up from his bed in a single motion. And he just bolted right out of the room. For a moment, you didn't move a muscle. You're in shock. This was, oh no. Your senses quickly came back. You shot out into the hall after him. Cove? There was no response to your call. You could see Cove down the way. He had already sprinted back to the living room. His arms were stuck at his side with his hands tightly balled into fists. He might not have been facing you, but you didn't need to see his face to know how he felt. Cove was furious. His parents were nearly finished setting the table. They greeted him, none the wiser what was about to happen.
Huh?
Hey, what's up? When did you start running in the house? Are you that famished? You were about to catch up in full and stand near Cove. The parents' words didn't even register in his ears. Their child was wholly focused on another matter. He was practically shaking. Cove took one more step forward and glared at his father's face. You paid Beanie to be friends with me? Mr. Holden froze. He looked like a helpless deer caught in the headlights.
Seriously?
Clifford, are you serious? He whipped his head towards Kira, his eyes wide and blinking rapidly. It was only one time. The admission elicited an aghast expression from his ex-wife. Mr. Holden raised his hands up to gesture defensively. Crow. It seemed like a good idea when it happened. Abort mission, abort mission. She covered her eyes with one hand. It was clear that her patience was frayed, but she was not so shocked anymore. Mr. Holden bowed his head, rubbing the back of his neck guiltily. The fact that she accepted this is something he knew easily seemed to be the most crushing part. Cove just stood there, fuming silently during their little aside. His eyebrows furrowed painfully and his eyes trembled. You felt so bad for Cove. You felt so bad for Mr. Holden. You felt so bad for Kira. You felt so bad for yourself. You felt so bad for everyone. You thought this was uncomfortable. You felt bad for everyone. Cove, you felt bad. I mean, he paid his money to be friends with his kid. Cove's upset that he did it. I mean, excuse me. I can see why he's mad, but I also... Oh, we haven't even told him that we took the money. This is without us telling him that we took it. Can we just state that? We never said we took the money. We just said that he offered it up. We told him that he offered it up to us. We didn't say we took it. I'm sorry. I voted Rico. Can you put it back together? He was saying it worse than he had ever imagined. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, but must have been only minutes, the tense silence were broken by Cove. I don't want to stay here. That immediately caught his parents' attention. They turned to him with twins' expression of worry. Hey, wait a minute, bud. You don't have to do that.
It's all right.
There's still your room. We'll stay out of your way. I promise. Where could you go at this time of day? It's almost night.
No.
I can stay with Beanie. He stormed out of the house without waiting for another response. You jumped as the door slammed closed behind him. You just stood there. You immediately followed after Cove. You immediately followed after him. You didn't even take the time to say something to his son's parents. You ran after Cove, shutting the door more softly behind you as you left. When he goes to see you, you tell money, then he'll be homeless. Wait, it calls over to the family. I did it. You spotted him easily. Cove hadn't made it far. He just reached the middle of the road. Could you stop for a second? Are you okay? You followed quietly. See, could have just, not said a damn word. Could not said a dang word and be fine. let's just follow quietly. He had already said enough. He walked a couple paces behind him, silent. Cove stumped forward, going across the street without hesitance, towards your house. It didn't take long to approach the front door. You left it unlocked, so you yanked it open and went inside with you. By then, night fully came. The two of you stood tensely together in the middle of your living room. The night really hadn't gone as you imagined it would. At least Elizabeth wasn't around and your moms were out. You had no idea how you would have explained the situation to them, and you were sure Cove wouldn't have been up for that. He watched you from a distance. His expression wasn't hostile, but it was not exactly welcoming either. Are you okay? What do you want to do now? I'm really sorry, Cove. You did the right thing by leaving. Do you want to be doing this? You said nothing. Cove stretches his back to you, then he crossed his arms over his chest. Are you mad at me? To your surprise, he actually responded, what? No.
It's okay.
I wish I'd known before, but I guess there's never really a good time to bring up something like that. You're not the one who did anything. His tone was clipped and insulting, though it was now fully clear that none of the negativity was towards you. Yet. And we're actually friends, aren't we? Doesn't matter if you took it or not. You wouldn't pretend for years just because my dad's money. Nod your head fiercely at that. If there was one thing you didn't want this revelation to do, it was weaken your relationship. Of course we're friends. He'll seem to appreciate your response. The furrow in his brow eased a little. Yeah, we are. I'm definitely not mad at you. I should thank you for not letting him get to you, and for telling me it happened. My dad never would have. It's always like that. He just does things, and he doesn't ask or tell me about it or anything. He threw his arms out, his features twisted in frustration. There already was a thing with my mom coming to stay with us for the summer out of nowhere, and that was supposed to be a surprise I'd find out about. Who knows what other things he's done that I never heard of? Does he even know how to think about what someone else might actually want? Paused to take a panting breath, scowling. He continued to listen quietly. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. You're right, that's terrible. It would be worse. It could be worse. Even if it didn't go well, your dad's only trying to make you happy. I mean, so this isn't the first time his dad has done this, you know? Not, offer $20, but try to make Cove happy, and it ended kind of, not so good. Hi, Pippi. His eyes narrowed. You're right. The worst part is, I know he doesn't do stuff for himself. He does things because he wants to make people happy. Phil blinked rapidly, and you noticed tears were gathering in his eyes. When he spoke again, his voice was heavy with emotion. But he just makes everything worse, and then he's really sorry, and it's like your fault for not being happy that he was at least trying. And what if all his plans and always being so pushy did change things? What things? Cove finally met your gaze, his bottom lip trembling. You realized then that he was referring to you and him. What if what he did made you stay away from me before we even got to know each other? His voice cracked as he forced himself to speak through the tears that began to fall in earnest. He did everything he could to say it, but the words were barely a whisper. Benny, you were the best thing about coming here. Cove was honestly terrified over the idea that there was a chance the two of you might not have what you do. You stepped forward and rested a hand on his shoulder. You hugged him, you smiled reassuringly, you wiped his tears. What? That doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't have to make sense to you, Crow. It just has to make sense to him. You wiped his tears. You weren't sure if the touch would be welcome, but you wanted him to feel better. Cove didn't shrug you off. He leaned into your hand, looking grateful for the comfort. I'm really glad we got to be friends. Please don't cry. Hey, don't worry about it, alright? You didn't need to say anything. I wouldn't have let anything your dad or anyone else did mess things up. His features crumpled at your words. More tears started to fall down his cheeks, but he stubbornly blinked them away. You remained like that for just a little while. Then he scrubbed his eyes with the back of one hand. His gaze turned away from you, growing distant. It's like that with my mom, too. The anger had begun to release bubbled back to the surface. He wants to make people happy, but he doesn't. The words landed scathingly hard. You were certain it'd crush Mr. Holden if he heard them. You never know much about his parents' relationship, but you thought you understand it a bit better now. I'm really sorry. You don't actually mean what you're saying. Do you hate your dad? I'm here for you. Felt bad that things were so hard for Cove and his dad. You didn't say anything. No, but you did. You tore apart. I didn't do anything! You guys told me to tell him! Let's just point this out. Y'all told me to tell him. I was happy not telling him. You should know not to listen to us. What am I supposed to do? If I don't do it, I'm gonna hear nothing but you should have done it, you should have done it. We're bad influences. I know that. Crow's the worst influence of them all. You are too. Have you seen her? No, I think no. But bad the things were so hard for Cope and his dad. Cope just looked at the ground. As the two of you were stifled by the quiet, a thought came to your mind, abrupt and sudden. What about your fish? I remember that day when it happened. You ran to the hills behind the house, and Mr. Holden waited for you to come back while my mom checked the park for you. That was when I met you for the first time after he talked to me about you. Cope lifted his eyes just enough to see you. His eyes remained low. Remember, too, when we first moved to Sunset Park, I felt like I lost my whole life. Maybe that's why I wanted to help you start a life here so much. His eyebrows scrunched up, and he seemed on the verge of tears once more. It was obvious Cope didn't want to think about his dad that way, but it was also hard not to right now. Must be so conflicted over where to go from here. Your dad still needs to stop being so forceful, though. You might feel better than you did. I can read! You might feel better than you do if you try to make up with your dad. You guys really need to learn how to communicate. I'll be on your side no matter what you do about your dad. Stay quiet. You guys really need to learn how to communicate. Cope frowned thoughtfully. He didn't say anything, but you had a feeling he was taking what you said into consideration. I just realized Peaches has dipped on me. Sadness. I'm going back home. His face was set in determination. There was no way you could tell him to do anything else, even if he wanted to. So he only nodded.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Beanie. I'm sorry about all this. Can I come with you? You waved goodbye. Should we go with him? Should we not? We should. Yeah, why wouldn't you go? You smile lightly. Just checking. Crow, you do realize... Crow, do you know how old they are? Do you know how old they are? Oh no, looks like they're 17, 18. They're like 13. Fucking kid. Ugh. He's a surfer. What do you expect? Actually, I don't know what to tell you. All I can say, he's a surfer. I mean, it's also said that he's a lot, he's taller than most kids his age. He like tower overs everyone in their grade. My God. No cool hair, no cool looks. Conan headed outside. He fell behind him. This is bullshit. Once again, the TV made your way across the street towards his house. He didn't pause at the door. He just opened it wide and went in. Phil's parents were sitting at the table, their heads bowed and silence between them. They snapped over at the sound of the door, relieved to see Cove return. Mr. Holmes stood up so suddenly his chair squealed across the floor.
Cove?
Cove. Carrie got out of her chair as well, but less dramatically. How are you feeling, baby? I want to talk to you. His parents looked over him. Their features soft. Cove instead snuck a glance at you. You're glad you could be there for him. You suddenly felt like you shouldn't be here. You were glad you were there for him. You stared back solidly, hoping you could convey your support with your eyes. It must have worked because Cove stood up a bit straighter. Cove then fully faced his parents, Mr. Holmes stepping forward cautiously, his brush twisting in dismay. I am so sorry. I should never have done something so stupid. It's okay. It really isn't. That was a bonehead move, if there ever was one. I was bribing an actual child, one I'd never even met before that day. Cove almost cracked a smile, though he quickly regained his composure. Don't look at Cove, give the parents a side eye. Then it isn't. But I wanted things to be okay.
I'm sorry.
Cove, I'm sorry. Here placed a whole hand on Mr. Holden's shoulder. Your dad doesn't believe there's something wrong with you, or that you can't make your own friends. He can explain. I know why Dad did it. He wanted me to be happy, that's all. He didn't think it'd be like this. It was an accident. Kara sighed heavily. A small smile appeared on her lips. You're very grown-up, Cove. Mr. Holden brought his hand up against his forehead and began to pace around the room. He didn't seem to know what to do with himself. He turned back around, faced Cove and Gary. He looked more solemn than you'd ever seen him. I'm not going to do it again. I haven't done it again. Haven't tried to bribe more people or haven't continued to step over a line without registering it? Both. He let out a heavy breath before shrinking down a little. It was impressive because he was pretty tall.
I'm trying.
I don't know, but I don't think so. Phil's throat bobbed as he swallowed thickly. He looked like he was trying to gather all of his courage. When he spoke up, his voice was small but firm. You invited Mom here. His dad's eyes wide. Cove was ready to have a talk he had put off before. You didn't ask me if I wanted things to be like this, with both of you together again for just a little while. Mr. Holden's hand slowly returned to his forehead. He was stunned, as if someone had just hit him. I did it again, and I didn't even notice. What's wrong with me? Why can't I just do something right? At least Cove seemed relieved that he was able to say what he felt. You knew just how long he'd been holding that in. It was quiet for a long stretch. Mr. Holden had sat down in a chair. His shoulders drooped and his head in his hands. He looked at Cove. He watched his dad and how genuinely he was struggling with what he had been told. Cove glanced down at the ground, then looked back to his dad. I'm not angry anymore. Slowly, Mr. Holden met his son's eyes. I can try to talk to you about things and what I feel about stuff. I stopped saying that to you. since everything happened. I didn't want to talk to you, but you won't have to guess if you know. Mr. Ron broke eye contact on that, shaking his head.
God.
My child Chen had to take care of me. You shouldn't have to make up for my shortcomings. So if I can fix things, I can still change. After having something of an outburst, Mr. Holden turned his face away and spoke more guardedly. Besides, I'm used to that already. I might not get it right, but not a damn thing would happen in what's left of this family if I wasn't making the effort. So it's me. What's one more thing to manage?
Ooh, it's that one.
Who?
The middle one.
That's Cove.
I already said.
What do you think of her? Why what? What'd you do?
So you got donuts, right?
Is there a cinnamon swirl thing?
We got 3.
You got 3?
One for Nana M and Nana to share. One for you, one for me. 2 chocolate frosted donuts, a strawberry shortcake donut, and I got a swirl thing, a glazed swirl thing.
So, Kenzie doesn't think Kira looks good. What do you think about him?
They're all ugly.
Okay, here, hold on. I need a.
Correction. Fugly. Not ugly, fugly. There's a difference. The ... I have a type, people, and you don't know my type. You can't see my type, but my type is my type. What did he say? Remove your thing.
Not Cove's mom. Well, she's allowed to be wrong, I guess.
I'm not. I didn't know I could get more disappointed. Have you seen my type? Well, it doesn't matter if you've seen it. You're gonna see it tomorrow. In person. But still. They're ugly. She's showing me ugly people.
She says they're ugly. Would you come down here and give your opinion? We need your opinion now.
Okay, she's pretty. Come hither. Come hither, there's more.
Yeah, there is more.
Do you not see? I'm down here competing you.
He just. No, come. She's down here. Now you come. This is how that works, right?
I'm tired.
So, this is how. So
No,
this is
shut
my
it.
character's mom. This is my character's mom in the game.
The character is ugly.
One of my character's moms.
Are you streaming?
Yes. Say hi to stream.
I stream.
Well,
Now, that was her. This is her in the first part. This is her in the second part.
oh my god.
This is her in the third part.
Why should we use the glasses in the second part?
Don't know. And this is her in the final part.
She's ugly there.
She's older.
She's fine.
She looked. Oh, okay. I was about to make an insult.
Now, this is her wife, our other mom.
Oh, I want you to see it.
Oh, I was about to say she looks like Nana.
Did you see me give her the eyeball?
Yes, I did.
My eye rolls are better. You
So-
can't beat my eye rolls.
You learned them from me.
No, I learned
And
them from
your
my
mother.
mom.
Where do you think your mother learned them?
He was a jackass.
Yeah,
So,
he was a jackass. He
This
didn't
is the
understand.
second one.
I don't
This
like
is our
her.
second mom.
I don't like her.
Everyone's saying hi, Mama Beans, by the
Who's
way.
Second mom.
Mine.
Her child.
My characters. I have 2 moms. This is our second one. Yes.
I'm really confused.
They gay.
They're gay.
Okay, that makes sense.
I have 2 moms.
Took how long?
They-
It's way past my bedtime, people. I should be in bed at like 7:30.
So, this is her in the first one. This is her in the second one. She has purplish hair now.
I don't like her.
Sorry.
Here she is in the third.
The males get ugly.
And here she is in the final.
Why are they so nice to you? They're so mean to me.
Who are you talking about?
Stream.
Everyone.
Crow literally calls me a she-devil.
So in the
He's
first
really
one,
loud.
What's the point?
so she is 35 in the first one, 40 in step 2, 45 in step 3, and 50 in step 4.
She's older, so Nana's older, and she looks worse than Nana. She looks like Nana. Not gonna lie.
I like the hair.
I think
Um,
Pamela is younger than her.
I
No,
can
older.
be
I'm
mean to
sorry.
Beanie too.
So step 1, Pamela here, who, Kenzie said looks like you.
Oh no, I didn't say she looks like her. I
Oh.
said the other one.
Oh, the other
no,
one.
it was this one. She's really old.
She's 37 in step 1, 42 in step 2, 47 in step 3, and 52 in step 4.
See, me saying she looks like you in the last one is reasonable. You're older than her.
Okay, on to that. We do have some other ones that I didn't show Kenzie yet.
Can you see this, your chat?
Yes, I do. I can only be mean to Beanie. Voice can too. Voice is pretty cool. So this is Elizabeth. This is our adopted sister.
She's pretty.
So that's her in the first step. Second,
I don't like the straight hair.
in the third,
Again, I don't like the straight hair, but she's pretty.
and fourth.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I like that one. I like the outfit too.
Like, look at that difference.
I like how her hair is up and not straight.
Okay, now we also have
I'm gonna have to get it back.
a cousin.
She's going back.
Hold on,
Oh, she gotta go bed. She go pass out.
Kenzie.
Oh,
That's pretty.
So this is Lee, our cousin. And
Oh, don't like that.
apparently not. Excuse me.
Hey.
Here she is in the.
He's at the
Second
top of
part.
the steps looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the second one.
Yeah.
Your receipt thingies inside of it.
And final one.
I like that.
Now, Kenzie has insulted the males of the game.
Okay, they're ugly AF. You cannot blame me. They are ugly as shit.
Hold on, I need you to see the males.
In my defense, that was next.
Oh my god, there's sand coming down. Yes.
It's not early.
This is Co.
Oh, what the fuck happened to Zion?
for Sabrina. I mean, beans.
So this is in the first one
No, I didn't say. I didn't
Second
say
one.
Voice isn't pretty cool.
I tried to do
and third. Kenzie says no.
Yet.
that.
He has. What? Huh? She has seen my type.
Kenzie said yes to him.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, see?
Second.
Oh, his hair's not green.
Okay, that's where I say no. He is ugly AF.
Kind of reminds me of Jack Frost
And that's everyone's hear me out. Is Jack
from
Frost.
Rise of the Guardian.
Here's the final version of him.
Ew.
And then
He's only 24 and he's what?
I like that.
he dyed it.
It's a thing.
Here's Derek.
I said no to him. You look like Perry the Platypus from
No, I have.
what is that? Phineas and Ferb. That show. What's that show called? Isn't it Phineas and Ferb?
Here, Kenzie, this is for you. This is Xavier. They, them.
Yeah, I see that.
The hair is cute. Yeah, I meant that.
I
Now you may leave, Mama.
wait, move your thing. Thank you.
What are you trying to see?
Voice says they look like a blueberry.
Your purple. Want to be purple? That would be cool. Some days I'm purple, other days I'm clear. Bye bye, Mama Beans. Everyone says bye.
They don't say bye to me when I ditch you.
Nope. Might not care about something that happened. It was familiar. Dad,
I see.
you're right, Cliff. I know. But I don't think Cove wants to take care of you. He
Okay,
just
to be
wants
fair-
to understand. And he wants his dad to understand too. That's what matters, isn't it?
To be fair, voice. You say bye, Crow doesn't. Because I don't always return.
Your clothes are done, by the way. They got done as soon as you.
Did you switch them over?
No, they got done as soon as you guys walked in through the door.
Oh my god, you're not helpful.
They got done as you walked in through the door, Kenzie.
Again, you're not helpful.
You're down here. Go do them.
I'm not always coming back. I made Nana do it. I said I was gonna do it, and then she made it complicated and was telling me how to do it, and I knew I wouldn't remember, and I was like, fuck it. So I made Nana do it.
Okay.
But I'm not coming. I might not come back is the point. There's good chances I will.
Should be heading to bed soon.
I still think this is really fun. Did you watch the TikTok I sent you?
No. It was